But yeah, I was saying, Kyle Matthews, a big student of the Japanese style of wrestling, and it was an opportunity he looked for a long time to be able to go to Japan. And so he definitely made the most of it, I'm sure. And I haven't seen him. I actually haven't seen him compete since he got back. So it's going to be really nice to see what kind of techniques he's picked up.
Well, I know he collided with the likes of Shinjiro Otani while in Japan, and among other stars from the Far East. Micah Hughes, as we were mentioning, last outing gets destroyed by a 300-pound, perhaps allegedly inhuman monster. And now he's matched up with one of the best technical wrestlers in all the country. Heck of a first 2 matches for somebody right in the business. It certainly ain't out at a flea market somewhere.
No, you're definitely going to see what this kid's made of. You're going to see if he has it in him. Because after, it's one thing, I mean, let's give it to him for him to be back. For him to be back this month after that match, if you could even call it that, with 7. He's got something, he's got the passion, you can tell.
And the collar and elbow, Matthews takes the side headlock, and the side headlock take over, continuing to apply pressure and looking for a quick submission early. And referee Jimbo Susovic down there to check as to whether or not Micah Hughes is still going to be able to continue.
Yeah, Kyle Matthews, you notice that he's not the tallest, he's not the biggest, but he is a master of leverage. And leverage goes a long way in professional wrestling, as it does in all grappling arts. This guy, he knows all the points, he knows exactly how to apply it. But look here, no slouch either. Micah Hughes, a very technically perfect armbar there, but there you see.
Well, Hughes is very strong in the fundamentals, but it's other places that he needs work, and Kyle Matthews is going to take advantage of that each and every time. You know, it is a tired old adage, and forgive it, but dynamite comes in small packages. Kyle Matthews, though small in physical stature, it's been stated not by me, but by his peers, the wrestlers, the competitors that he's ranked up against, both in and out of his weight class, as one of the hardest hitting men in the entire sport.
Well, I mean, you're looking at a guy that has one of the deadliest drop kicks. One of the, he's so versed in submissions. And you saw earlier, like I said, Hughes had on that arm bar, and that arm bar was really good, but he left that leg out there. We use the term catch as catch can, and that's exactly what that is. A limb is out there, you catch it. If a limb's out there to be caught, you catch it. And that's what Kyle Matthews obviously has worked to master up to this point in his career.
Matthews now in control of the arm. And you saw in there just a moment ago, it was as quick as a hiccup, but Hughes made a brief stutter step, a brief mistake. And it was all it took for Matthews to have him wrangle right back where he wanted him. Hughes now, though, holding his own and getting a little dirty with Matthews.
Well, this might sound silly because we were talking about the striking that Kyle Matthews does have, but that might be something that Hughes wants to go towards. I think this trying to grind it out on the mat is definitely not going to work out for him in the long run. And you see here a knuckle lock, classic Greco-Roman knuckle lock. And what I say about leverage, this Kyle Matthews, he knows how to put all of his weight right on that, right on those knuckles, right on those wrists. But Micah Hughes is giving it to him, he's trying to power back out.
Hughes has the size advantage in this match. He can use it to his advantage. Then he may be able to put Matthews in a position to be pinned. But Matthews is certainly the quicker of the two. And Hughes is no slouch athletically. We discussed before, he was a star quarterback at Soddy High School. And as a very athletic individual and a very successful high school football player. So he's no stranger to athleticism, has a beautiful drop kick himself. He's just got a lot of inexperience. And you're talking a guy just come off of a tour of Japan where it's do or die over there. It's often considered where men are made or ran out of the business or sport entirely.
They definitely they give them very little ground over there. There's a real strict curfew. If you're working with any of the promotions over there, in this case it was 0-1. And I know they're no different from any of the storied maybe possibly more storied older promotions, it's very, very old school. These guys are they're kept on a leash. Really, their diets are looked after. They can't eat out. If they don't meet up their diet, that might be all the extra punishment they have to go through in practice. They're really looked after. It's like almost like a re-education, and you're seeing it in combat matches right now. He already had such snap in his execution before, and you can see it's just intensified now.
And as he takes back over with the body scissors, you see that dedication to discipline that you're talking about, which you see so much in the Orient, where one thing American wrestlers, as far as international talent goes, are criticized for is often living up the rock star aspect of being a wrestler. They love the parties, the women, the drinking, that's all well and good, but you gotta train, you gotta hone your craft. It's never over, you never stop learning, and you can never stop training your body to be better. And in Japan, Kyle Matthews learned that from the 0-1 promotion and others, that training is a lifestyle. It's 500 Hindu squats when you're up in the morning and every day, and it's required of you, or you're beaten with kendo sticks savagely.
It's some of the roughest training you can go through, and right now we're seeing the high impact maneuver. Almost had him there. That was such a high angle belly to back suplex.
Snapmare takeover. Rock Micah Hughes' world. You can just see it with the perfect execution of Matthews. It totally displaced Hughes and put him right back into that body scissors.
Yeah, he's going right back to the body scissors. That's Matthews is definitely going to find a part. And look at him here. Now this is something, wow, taking some added leverage there with the ropes and a little bit of liberty there. Something you may not expect to see from a normal pure wrestler like this, but I guess he has that mean streak in him, of course.
Matthews, I think a lot of this is he might be toying with Hughes, knowing that he's so inexperienced, kind of like a shark smelling a fresh steak in the water.
Yeah, I guess, teach him a little bit of a lesson, you should say.
And Hughes is fighting desperately for oxygen. Matthews has the waist lock applied, and each time he's grabbing that rope, more pressure is applied, cutting off the circulation. Sucevic finally caught him. He's going to force the break here.
See, Matthews just stalks him right into that corner with a vicious knife-edge chop. He's going to stay on him. This is not a guy to toot his own horn after a move goes his way. He's going to stay right on him the whole time. Well, now I say that, but look.
I think you're seeing a great deal of overconfidence here by Matthews, just due to the inexperience of Hughes.
Normally a man that's very, very professional. He came off him a little bit there, gave him an opportunity, but it wasn't really enough. He has him sunk into this Boston Crab now, and that is deep.
There you see the tattoo on the left arm of Kyle Matthews is actually a facade of his mentor, the Nightmare Ted Allen. He wears that everywhere he goes, and Allen himself was what they call a hooker in the sport. He was a man who can manipulate your bones and joints and hurt you real quick. A very fantastic technical wrestler.
No doubt where a lot of this grappling skill of Kyle Matthews came from. A lot of his submission moves he knows taught to him by that man that's depicted on his arm.
Hughes now firing up on Matthews. Matthews realizing that this kid maybe needed to be taken a little more seriously than he's been. Now has the old cobra twist, or the abdominal stretch as it's known.
Yes, and that octopus-like grab. This is one. This maneuver right here is not easy to apply, and it definitely shows his prowess, and not easy to hold on to, as Hughes able to come out with a hip toss.
Now this match is all Hughes' ballgame if he can just capitalize, but no. Matthews, a master of his environment, almost an adaptoid. You see there, he was in a prone position, and he used it to his advantage by turning it into a headbutt.
Well, yeah, he's definitely going to be able to mount an offense from any angle. There's no predicament you can put Kyle Matthews in that he hadn't seen before. And firing up again is Hughes, and I keep thinking with that added height, if he could just get him up for a more of a high-impact maneuver, he might be able to find some gain in this match, but he just can't get that far.
Oh, and Matthews wrenching in the Boston Crab yet again. And Micah Hughes really has nowhere to go here.
Yeah, he's really done a number on the ribs and the back of Micah Hughes. You know, he had the body scissors earlier. You saw him driving those knees right into the spine, and now with another Boston Crab. But he makes it to the ropes again, and his time hasn't come just yet. You know, he still has a little bit of fight left in him.
Kyle Matthews is letting everybody know that it's time to wrap this up. I do believe he's got Hughes well within his grasp.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems a matter of academics now. I think he could take him at any time. I mean, he's literally on the ropes right now. Look at him. I mean, he's devoid of life.
I just don't think Hughes has anything left in the tank. Irish whip into the corner on Matthews. He might have been going for what we know the Slurpee kick, which he calls that maneuver that because you got to drink through a straw after he kicks you in the face.
And Hughes still has enough wherewithal to avoid two big high-impact maneuvers.
He's going to the attack. He's trying to fight back. Blocking a couple of shots. And there's that big drop kick we talked about.
This is where he's going to have to, here we go, utilizing that height for the high-impact maneuver. Wow, this I was not expecting this after all the damage he's taken to that back.
Oh, and he ate it and hard on that corner boot.
Well, there you go. You know, like I said, from any angle, Kyle Matthews can mount an offense. You thought he had him. You thought Micah had him on the ropes, and Matthews showed right there that he's never on the ropes, really. What a super kick with all that added downforce from being on his knees.
An arrogant cover there causes Micah Hughes to kick out. I think this has turned into more of a technical contest, or more of a competitive contest than Matthews would like. There's a Texas cloverleaf applied now.
Now the pressure on the legs and the back. This has got to be torture for young Hughes. I really can't see. He's got that locked in. Right, he's pulled him away from the ropes. I just can't see this not being the end. But God, this kid has fight. He's going to reach back for the ropes.
And showing he wasn't a one-trick pony. Micah Hughes making the ropes, showing that even though he lost to 7 in under a minute, he wasn't going to give up, he wasn't going to lay down and die, that he's back in this fight. And one of the best technical wrestlers, this guy, went toe-to-toe with Daniel Bryan at WWE, who's wildly regarded as one of the great technical wrestlers. And now Micah Hughes is going toe-to-toe with Matthews.
Well, we might see it right here. He rolled him up out of nowhere. No, it kicked out. That wasn't what a chance Micah Hughes had right there with that small package roll-up, that cradle pin, but he couldn't quite get it. Now he's really in a bad spot because Matthews right back on him, and now he's got him up on those ropes. And no telling what, you might see a superplex here, and if all the damage he's taken on that back, you see a superplex here, it is over.
No, Hughes showing that he's not going to give it up. No, Micah Hughes is on the top rope. This kid's gonna fly across body. No!
Wow. And you almost saw a mistake by Matthews. Putting him up on those ropes gave him the opportunity to hit a move like that high cross body. And out at the last split second, wow, we almost saw a huge upset there.
Micah Hughes having a match of his short but young career. Oh, and there's the Slurpee kick. That's all she wrote.
Oh,
but
wow. You saw there, he didn't even have that cradle, that small package cradle all the way, but God, the kid was just out. The kid was out.
And there's Scott Hensley with the official announcement.